Capricorns, lots and lots of power seems to be on the docket for this Pisces season, which is no surprise. I also just want to honor all Capricorns that have really been putting in the work, have been going through the fires of that death and rebirth and that Phoenix type energy. Pretty much every Capricorn I've talked to over the past few months has been going through it and having that faith and that trust. And I've seen a lot of beautiful manifestations come through for friends, acquaintances, clients, that they've attracted beautiful opportunities or relationships or both, where all of their hard work manifested beautifully. And I've been saying this a long time. It really has been with Saturn in Capricorn between 2018 and 2020. And the South Node was also there. And then we had Venus retrograde in Capricorn. It's been a lot. So please take a moment to honor yourself for surviving, essentially, the entire 4 years that we've been going through. And know that it's all been leading you to this next layer of expansion, okay? It was interesting when I was channeling Capricorns, the energy of an apple was coming through, and I was like, okay, like wisdom or just like an insight. But then it was like all the apples came down. I was like, oh, there's some real big opportunity here. And it's kind of like biting into the apple in terms of like truth or knowledge, or not being able to look back and know it's like, okay, I can't go back to where I was, or I know that all this hard work does pay off. There's no reason for me to doubt myself anymore. And there does seem to be an opportunity to expand a knowledge or a talent around what you're wanting to achieve. And that might just be reading certain books or listening to certain podcasts or taking a course or investing into a coach or a mentor or a trainer. Something was coming through, because the next thing that I saw was you literally holding the world, just kind of laughing a little bit maniacally, or just kind of like, this is all mine, or kind of like the energy of world domination, or what you're wanting to bring forth that's going to have a global influence. Or maybe you're wanting more fame or more prestige that's going to be known. So that was coming through in regards to the knowledge or the talent that you're going to be cultivating. And then also too, which was really actually quite sweet and a complete contrast, it was this energy of a figure looking at a baby take its first steps and just being so proud. I almost got like teary-eyed when the channel was coming in. I was like, oh, this is so beautiful in terms of seeing that parental energy of like wisdom and patience and wanting to pass that along to a child. Also, for those of you that don't have kids, it could also just be your dream or what you've been cultivating really starting to form legs and moving forward, and you just being so emotional. You're like, all this hard work that I put in, all this kind of like parenting and trust and work, it's all moving forward, which was really quite nice. And water and water energy was coming through a lot. Of course, it's Pisces season right now. We have the Pisces new moon coming up on March 2nd, which is extremely auspicious, Capricorns. Please do not sleep on this, especially because Pisces and Capricorn, astrologically speaking, are quite compatible. They make nice sextile aspects. So really paying attention to your intuition, seeing what's coming through. Again, if you'd like a resource to help you channel these beautiful new moon energies, our Pisces New Moon Workshop is available on our website. But I also want you to get clear on, okay, my emotions, my intuition, all this water energy, how can I channel and how can I use it moving forward, going back to holding the world and being like, oh yes, like intuitively this is what's coming through, or aligned with my purpose and what I'm wanting to cultivate, especially it's like my child. What am I wanting to put forth into the world? And then travel, or really spreading your wings, was also a huge theme, Capricorns. I literally saw like a phoenix flying over like the lands, which is really cool. And really symbolizing the death and rebirth that we have been going through, that you now are taking those first few steps, that you're taking flight, that everything is really moving quite profoundly in a very big, powerful way, okay? That's definitely shown here in the cards as well. So I'm using the Steel Wizard Tarot deck as opposed to the Rider-Waite. I just felt intuitively called to use this deck this go around, as there are different major arcana and different symbolism symbolism in these cards. So the first three, we have materialism, which is known as the 15th major arcana, also known as the devil, the moon, and the Knight of Swords. So like, what were we just talking about? Power, opportunity, world expansion, trusting our intuition, things moving quickly, taking flight. And so this is also something too, Capricorns, I want you to notice, which is beautiful, that this card and this symbolism came up. Materialism, the devil, arcana is the card that represents Capricorn, but what are you reaching for? Is it something that's actually aligned or something that's ego-based? Because always reaching for more, that ambition is very linked in with Capricorn, but is it actually serving you? Is it aligned kind of with our emotional self? You can see the moon, the waters are extremely still here, which is a different symbolization than with the Rider-Waite deck. We're coming up to the Pisces new moon. In tarot, the moon represents Pisces, and of course the moon rules over Cancer. And so I really want you to honor what's coming through, especially during the Pisces new moon, but with your intuitive self, what's coming through in the dream realm. How are you feeling? Because those two may not be the exact same. What you've been maybe conditioned or what you think you should be doing with regards to career expansion or opportunity, and intuitively what is coming through. And of course they may align, which is great. That's the ultimate green light, but just kind of comparing the two and saying, is this something that I want that's going to better serve me and the collective, or just maybe something that I really want, but intuitively this I know is coming first? Because either way, it's going to be coming through very quickly with that Knight of Swords. So making sure that you've kind of checked everything off the to-do list, you have everything ready, because it's like an energy here of when it rains, it pours. It's all going to be coming in quite quickly. So take note, take stock of everything that's about to transpire. I kind of always note with the Knight of Swords as well, is like, are the people in our life aligned to help us grow and support? Is there any like blind spots or things that we've been putting off that need to be attended to? For example, taxes, maybe get that out of the way so that when all this beautiful opportunity comes through, you don't have to stress about that. Or just like certain health things, whatever that means for you. If you've been putting off something, again, tapping into your intuition. Ooh, boom, thanks. Okay, emotional healing. If you've been putting off, like, again, this is kind of going back to the relationship thing of like severing a relationship or just stepping back, but also too, if there's any kind of doubts or fears or that kind of deep in our heart that you're like, oh, I should be dealing with this, or I need help to further move through these energies, but I just want to go, exceed, expand, amass more power. This is a time to literally be still. The waters here are very calm, to move through that so that the next part of your journey can take off with greater ease, okay? The next three cards are also a vibe. And then there was a bonus card that fell out, but we have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. So yeah, more opportunity, more expansion, more chances to also give back, Capricorn, which usually Capricorns are quite benevolent once they've reached that power and success and money. They always do want to give back, whether it's sharing their knowledge or their resources or their money. And this can be in a sense too, that if you're wanting to receive more, that maybe you're being called to go to those higher places, to invest in better nutrition, better mentors, better real estate, or where you live. You're being called higher to receive more of that type of energy. And if you're in a state of, you've been really blessed and all these opportunities are coming in, kind of tapping into where you do want to give back. Maybe you want to mentor or coach someone else, or maybe you want to volunteer, or maybe you want to donate money to a certain cause or organization, or just be very benevolent with your time, whatever that may be. Of just like, it's not always going to be about your growth and your success, and knowing when it's going to be aligned and you feel intuitively called to help out others as well. And it just is a really good reminder that we're balancing out everything as well, that for the amount of energy that you're putting forth with career and ambition and relationships, that you can also take time just to rest and have fun and be with your friends, to celebrate everything that has been coming through and that will be coming through, Capricorns. And I mean, this is something as well, which is actually interesting. You can see that falcon type energy here on the King of Pentacles, and then these kind of like two sparrows. So that could also just be a nice message if you see it in terms of a synchronicity. Like I said, I saw like a phoenix. It's kind of like taking flight, this imagery of birds, that if you see them, it could be a little wink from the universe that things are taking flight, things are taking off, and that you're moving in the right direction. What was interesting is that the Three of Cups was the last card I pulled technically, but then the Eight of Swords also fell out. And also just really being aware of your current relationships, your current friendships, your current community, and knowing if they're serving you. I've just heard this from a lot of clients. I've listened to a lot of podcasts from celebrities or affluent people that as they grow, as they become more successful, that certain friendships or relationships in their life are just no longer aligned, or that those people that maybe haven't put in the work and the time and the investments get jealous or envious, or they feel like they're not worthy, and the person just wants to be very loving or wants to give back or wants to share their success, but the other people in their own being feel like they don't deserve that love or that company or whatever it may be. So just really noting that, Capricorn, I think that's also kind of linked in with this Knight of Swords energy that I was feeling before, of just taking stock of all your relationships. And that doesn't just need to be intimate relationships. It can be your professional relationships, relationship with your family, whatever that may be, and making sure that they're still supporting you, that they're still giving back, that they're still aligned to help you continually grow and soar moving forward. I think that's going to be something, again, it's not saying that people are out to get you or that things are going to be bad. It's just kind of understanding which relationships are you wanting to grow with and which ones maybe have run its course. And the ones that are no longer aligned, giving love and gratitude for everything that they taught you and opening yourself up to more. Another manifestation of this could be of like that self-doubt or being like, do I really deserve all this? Like, what about all these other, like my friends that have been putting in work that aren't seeing the success, and kind of like keeping yourself small to fit into your friend group, or your friends projecting onto you of being like, oh, are you sure that's going to work? Is that going to happen? It's like, is that a smart investment? And you're just like, oh, maybe it's not, or putting that doubt onto you. So just keeping stock of the conversations and the relationships. And also too, this is one last thing that just came through, of the social media accounts that you follow. Are they supporting you, or are you inflicting more judgment and stress based on other people's perceived success? That's something to note. And maybe going through your social media and muting or unfollowing certain accounts that are causing you stress and anxiety. Okay? Perfect. So Capricorns, that is my general reading for you for this Pisces season. If this reading resonated and you want to say thank you, all tips and donations are greatly appreciated to support the content creation here at Stillwater Alchemy. The link for our PayPal can be found in our bio. If you want to book a one-on-one reading, currently our books are closed, but I will be opening them up again in April, so you can stay tuned for that announcement. But if you want to be on our waiting list in the event that a spot becomes available, you can just leave us a message under the Contact Us tab on our website. And like I said, I mean, you even got it right here. If you want a additional resource for the Pisces new moon, our workshop is also available on our website as well. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, Capricorns. Have a beautiful rest of your Pisces season, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.